It's a quiet day in a small-town school, the kind of place where everybody knows each other. The hallways are lined with bulletin boards full of cheerful posters, and classrooms hum with the chatter of students. But in one classroom, something happens that changes everything. The teacher begins her lesson. She's known for being strict, a no-nonsense figure who runs a tight ship. For some, her style is intimidating. For others, it's just plain harsh. At the back of the room sits a young girl, bright-eyed and eager to learn. She raises her hand. She has an idea she's excited to share. But when the teacher calls on her, it doesn't go as she expected. The teacher interrupts her, questioning her understanding. Her voice is sharp, her tone dismissive. Do you even know what you're talking about? Maybe if you tried harder, you'd get it. Laughter ripples through the classroom. It's not cruel laughter, but nervous and awkward. The kind of laughter that says, "I'm glad it's not me." The girl's face flushes, her words faltering. She looks down at her desk, feeling smaller with every passing second. A few rows away, another student quietly pulls out their phone. They've seen this happen before, not just to her but to others too. This time, they decide to capture it. Later that evening, the video finds its way online. Within hours, it's everywhere. Hashtags like #JusticeForHer and #StopBullyingInSchools start trending. People across the country are sharing their own stories, saying, this isn't just one school. It's everywhere. As the video spreads, the young girl's life changes overnight. She starts receiving messages from strangers, some offering support, others asking questions. How do you feel? What's next? Her parents sit with her at the dinner table, trying to make sense of the sudden attention. The world outside their small town seems to be closing in. But this isn't just a story about a teacher or a student. It's about a system that's been failing students for years. The school, celebrated for its academic achievements, has a dark side. It's a place where favoritism is common, where certain students are lifted up while others are quietly pushed aside. For years, students from marginalized backgrounds have felt invisible, their struggles overlooked. The young girl in the video? She's no stranger to these feelings. She's worked hard, harder than most, to prove she belongs. But moments like this chip away at her confidence. She goes home that night, her mind swirling with questions. Why me? Am I not good enough? She finds it hard to sleep, replaying the moment over and over in her mind. The video spreads quickly, reaching the school's principal. He's shocked to see it. And there's a twist, the girl in the video is his daughter. Suddenly, this isn't just a professional issue, it's personal. He's torn. As a father, he wants to protect his child. As a principal, he knows he has a responsibility to address the situation fairly. The pressure is immense. The next morning, the principal calls a staff meeting. There's tension in the room. The teacher at the center of the video sits quietly, avoiding eye contact. The staff discusses what to do, how to handle the fallout. But no one can ignore the fact that the video has exposed more than just one incident, it has shone a light on a broader culture of favoritism and dismissal. Meanwhile, the community is in an uproar. Parents are demanding answers. Students are sharing their own stories of feeling dismissed or belittled. Town hall meetings are packed, emotions running high. At one meeting, the young girl stands up to speak. Her voice trembles, but her words are powerful. I just want to be treated like everyone else, she says. We all deserve respect. Her courage inspires others to come forward. Students talk about moments when they felt silenced. Parents share their fears for their children. Slowly, a picture begins to emerge. This isn't just about one teacher. It's about a culture that's gone unchecked for too long. As the days go by, the young girl begins to find her voice. She sits down with her parents to write an open letter to the school and the community. In it, she shares her story, not just about the video, but about all the little moments that led up to it. The subtle comments, the dismissive attitudes, the times she felt invisible. Her letter is shared widely, and soon, other students begin writing their own. The school takes action. The teacher is suspended and required to undergo sensitivity training. New policies are introduced, focusing on inclusivity and accountability. It's a start, but for many, it feels like too little, too late. The principal makes a public statement, apologizing for what happened and pledging to make changes. But trust is hard to rebuild. For the young girl, the journey is far from over. She carries the scars of that day, but she also finds strength in her experience. She becomes an advocate, speaking out about the importance of respect and fairness in schools. Her story inspires others to do the same, sparking a movement that goes far beyond her small town. Months later, the young girl is invited to speak at a national conference on education reform. Standing on a stage in front of hundreds of people, she takes a deep breath and begins. "I'm not here because I wanted to be," she says. "I'm here because I had to be. Because no one should ever feel the way I did that day." Her speech is met with a standing ovation. And as she steps off the stage, she realizes that her story has become something bigger than herself. It's a catalyst for change, a reminder that one voice can make a difference. This story isn't just about one classroom or one school. It's a wake-up call for all of us. It reminds us that words matter, that actions have consequences, and that every student deserves to feel safe and valued. If you've ever been in a situation like this, or if you've seen it happen, know that your voice matters too. By speaking up, by sharing your story, you can be part of the change. So let's not let this story end here. Share it, talk about it, and most importantly, let's learn from it. Because every student deserves a chance to shine, without fear of being dimmed by someone else's shadow. Let's make sure their light keeps burning bright.